goodness, some of you guys are acting like I drop kicked someone's puppy.
And I'm convinced it's rage bait and it has to be a bit, or she's the craziest narcissist that I've ever witnessed online in my life.
If defending myself after getting publicly shamed makes me the villain, then I'll be the best villain the world's ever seen.
Stoking the flame and embodying this sort of TikTok influencer villain as if this is Gossip Girl or the OC. Hey guys, it's Briar of Briar Chats, and this is a safe space for yappers. Now, as a self-proclaimed pathological people pleaser, and yes, the rumors are true, I did score 89% agreeableness on a personality test one time. All of that to say, I personally cannot relate to creators who are happy being hated or happy being controversial. Yet it seems like on TikTok, it really doesn't matter if people like you or don't like you. What matters is, will it get you the likes, clicks, and engagement? And I feel like this story about this creator specifically has been such an interesting one to watch and develop and see how she kind of went from like a clickbaity creator to what I would consider to be one of the most hated girly pops on TikTok. So if you wanted to yap about Sophia La Corte, the drama that she has been in and how it has really turned her into like a TikTok villain, yeah, we're going to talk about it. So let's get into it. As per usual, girly pop from New Zealand, I don't know these people in real life. Shocking, I know. So I'm just reacting to the personas, the people that they present themselves to be, and the actions that they have put online. And these are just my opinions. And I'm not trying to incite hate or bullying or things like that towards these people. We're just yapping about it. We're observing, we're perceiving, we're mulling it over, and we're talking about it amongst the besties. So I will give you the TLDR as best as I can without sounding like a freaking boomer, but I might, okay? Because these are not my girly pops. These are not my creators, but I have seen the people that we would be talking about on the line. Yeah, it's true. So obviously this video is about Sophia La Corte. Now, who is she? She is a New York TikTok creator. She was born January 4th, 2001. So she is quite young, I would say. That makes her a Capricorn, and her biggest platform is definitely TikTok. She has a podcast with Brad Mondo called Out of Touch, but I would say that she, up until this point and up until how this drama really progressed, how she was perceived online, she was just kind of like one of those, influency, I'm pretty creators. It's a tale as old as time on TikTok. If you're pretty in New York, want to be actress, slay on TikTok. It's a formula. I don't know what to tell you guys. Before all of this, I would say that she was a clickbaity creator. Her and Brad Mondo have a podcast, and for that podcast, they did a lot of like strange clickbaity of like, are we in a relationship? Like, it was giving very much inspired by Tana and Jake Paul, where it was like, no one believed it, but they were... Do you have anything to say to the people? Very profound. What was I saying? Oh yes, her and Brad Mondo really committed to this bit of they're in a relationship, but no one was, I'm like, sorry, not buying what you're selling. No one was really buying it, but it's like, it's silly, right? It's harmless. It's clickbaity. They're agreeing, they're consenting, they're doing it to get the hype for their podcast. Whatever, fine, live your life. However, after this drama that we're going to discuss to provide context for what we're going to talk about. Why do I over-explain everything? I feel like she doesn't have like a super strong core audience, but she was, but people liked her videos. Obviously, she was popular on TikTok. Like, yeah, it's true. She got the views. I think when you compare her to the person that we're gonna talk about in a minute, she didn't have that core audience that she connected with emotionally like Halley Kate does. Because this is where the drama and the other people really come in. Halley Kate is also a New York TikTok creator. She is born July 25th, 2000, so she is a Leo, and she has really connected with her audience, and specifically did that when she went through a breakup with her boyfriend Reed. They were together for 9 months and broke up in November of 2023. Now, why am I telling you this? I'm so glad you asked. That is because I would say a couple of weeks after Halley and Reed broke up, Sophia and Reed were photographed together on a date, and everyone was in Halley's DMs about it. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, like this girl has completely disrespected girls code. She's not a girl's girl. She's going on a date with this guy who Halley has been very open about that he, you know, broke her heart and broke up with her and she didn't see it coming. And so I think a lot of people who had really connected with Halley and appreciated her honesty about the breakup really immediately did not like Sophia because of that, and because she was so quick to go on this date with this guy, and you did this for what? Like, that was the reaction. And I think a lot of people just found it kind of like not girl coded. And Halley talked about it online. There was a lot of like back and forth. There was a lot of drama at the time. And why am I talking about this now, you may be asking? I'm so once again glad that you asked, because Sophia made a 3-part series just recently talking about it, because at the time she obviously got a lot of backlash. She was obviously not seen as a slay queen icon pop girl in the moment for going on a couple of dates with this guy. And there's a lot of speculation as to why talk about it now. But if Bria Chats, were to put my speculation hat on, it is because earlier this year in May, Halley and this Reed guy actually got back together. And then recently, keep up people, Halley has a podcast with her best friend. And so Halley and the best friend, they both have their boyfriends on the podcast. From all of this drama with the breakup, with him literally breaking Halley's heart, treating her badly, disrespecting her, like doing all this stuff, like people are not really vibing with Reed. And so when he went on Halley's podcast and was looking kind of like disinterested, not heart eyes, you're the liver of my life, people were really calling it out, and that podcast episode actually got taken down. And so that is, to me, why I feel like Sophia decided to speak about it now, because otherwise she really is just talking about old tea at this point. Like, it seemed like they had a back and forth at the time and kind of said their piece. However, obviously Sophia came out looking like the bad guy in that situation, and so I can understand maybe her wanting to feel like she can actually speak on it now that people see Reed in a bad light and it's in a different situation. Halley is not heartbroken. She is back with this guy. People are not getting good vibes from him. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this 3-part series.
Let's do red carpet full glam while I tell you about the time a girl I met maybe 3 times canceled me and got me destroyed on the internet. When I say destroyed, I mean like, I'm glad it happened to me because I genuinely wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I had probably like 1,000 to 3,000 DMs a day telling me to, I'm gonna start the story at the date with this man who was very sweet. He lives about 10 minutes away from me in New York, and he took me out to this beautiful, beautiful restaurant, and we had such a great date that we wanted to get drinks afterwards. We got drinks at this really, really nice hotel lobby, and it was so much fun, and I genuinely remember being like so excited. I don't go on a lot of first dates, so it's really rare that you get a good first date. I remember on the first date, we were about to leave the bar, so we both went to the restroom, and he turned around and grabbed me and kissed me, and I remember like I had butterflies like never before. He was super talkative, super fun, and so sweet and very masculine. Everything about him was wonderful. At the end of the day, he put me in an Uber home, and then I went to bed, and I was just smiling ear to ear. I wake up in the morning and I'm so excited to look at my phone because I know that this man is going to text me. Like, I know we both enjoyed the date. But instead, I look at my phone and I see a message from a random number. The message said, "Hi, this is Haley. I'm getting DMs that you were on a date with my ex last night, LOL. I don't want to be weird, but is that true? Just want to know so I can tell people to stop commenting that." And then I didn't answer because, like, I just didn't, I don't know. And an hour later, she said, "I keep getting comments about it, and I can see that you're active on TikTok right now, so I guess I'm just going to take your silence as a yes." She took it as a yes. I don't answer either of those messages because I don't feel like I have to. He's single, and she literally had to introduce herself over text. I've never had a one-on-one conversation with her. I've met her maybe 3 times through work. So finally, the person I want to texts me, and he comes over and brings me coffee before I have to go film. This man and I are just hanging out and chilling until I have to go to work, and his phone starts going crazy. I see the name, and it's her. So I figured he should handle it because it's his ex, and it's not really my problem. And I was like, "Is this okay? Like, what's going on?" And he said, "Oh yeah, it's nothing, it's fine. Like, she's never brought your name up once ever since we were ever dating, so like, it's not a problem." And I was like, "Okay, like, cool." I really wasn't worried at all because I knew I did nothing wrong. I figured I'd just let him handle it because it's his ex and none of my business really. He went downstairs when it was time for me to go to work, and I get in my Uber and I look at my phone one more time, and guess what? She started posting about me. The video she posted about me immediately got hundreds of thousands of views within hours, and she made sure everyone knew it was about me. Go to part 2 if you want to hear more of the story and see more of the glam.
There are things I definitely agree with and disagree with in her story, or this part 1 of the story. I think to me the main thing is it doesn't feel accidental or without malice the way she talks about Halley's boyfriend. I get it, she probably doesn't have very fond feelings towards Halley, but it just feels like the timing as well as the way she talks about her boyfriend, it is that kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna twist the knife. It's giving very much Sabrina Carpenter, I see you're back with that girl that you said you outgrew. Like, it's giving, oh, does that hurt? Oh, all right, but equally I agree that Reed is the one that owes Halley the respect. Reed is the one that is going on a date with someone within Halley's industry 3 weeks maybe after they broke up. Like, it's very careless of him. It's thoughtless. I don't like that energy or that vibe. The most equivalent we could say is like him going on a date with a co-worker, because they're not strangers. Like, they're both within this New York influencer scene together. And let's be honest, because Reed is not an influencer, is not in that scene, the only reason that Sophia would have known of him or even who he was because of Halley. If it weren't for Halley, like, she wouldn't have been going on that date with him. So yeah, things I agree with and disagree with, but let's get into part 2.
Part 2 of how I got canceled by a girl I met 3 times. So she posted a TikTok about me. You know, it was just her lip syncing a song. It was directed towards me, but I thought it was like, whatever, you know, you went on a date. I totally get that. I feel for her. You know, we've all been there. We've all been a girl that, you know, a guy takes someone else on a date and, you know, maybe makes you sad a little bit. I figured it was totally okay because, you know, it's really not about me. It wasn't on my phone at all the entire day because I was filming a short film. I go on my phone and I realized this was about me. And the story that was told was not true and it was not good. Here's where it gets messy. She said, "Ladies, let me be your lesson. Never feel sorry for a man or defend him because not even 3 weeks after dumping you out of the blue, after you try to protect him, he would go on a date with someone you considered a friend." Girl. She said considered a friend because she knows that I've met her 3 times, never hung out with her one-on-one, and I didn't have her number. That's why she said, "Hi, it's Halley." And we're with the night before buying shots for. We're at an influencer event. A bunch of people went to a bar afterward, and we all bought a round of shots. How you do with work people. She then says her bag is literally sitting in my closet because we dropped it off at my apartment before going to the bar together. None of that happened. I have never been inside of her apartment, and I would never leave my purse anywhere. The bag that she's referring to is a gift bag from the work event that we all went to, and she said she was going to donate everyone's gift bag. So.
But to be letting me pay for your fucking tequila shot, standing next to me while going through my Instagram following, searching my ex-boyfriend's name to DM him and ask him on a date. And how pathetic is he to go?
I never DM anyone while I'm standing next to anyone, ever. So that's just all a complete lie, and it made the world hate me. By no means am I laughing at her. I totally get being upset over a man. I understand how bad it could hurt. Just laughing because none of that happened. Go to part 3 for like the rest of the story and the rest of the makeup.
I cannot add intent because I don't know her intent. However, the fact that it's just so silly and goofy, she's like, we were just at the same work event literally the night before our date. It's not my fault. But you wouldn't be, like, I think the thing is she's not acknowledging there is no way she would be going on a date with this guy if it weren't for Halley and knowing who she is, because no one would have known, like I said, Reed was not a influencer. So she literally would not be going on this date with this guy if it weren't for Halley putting him in the spotlight, you know, dating him publicly and then having this public breakup. I find it just a little bit hard to take at face value, the fact that it's all just so casual and hee ha ha. But I do agree with that snippet that she left from Halley saying, and what an idiot or whatever of him to go. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, it's, to me, is his more on him because he's the one that just broke up and literally broke Halley's heart, and now he's going on a date with someone that you probably saw was hanging out with your ex the night before. Like, it's very petty, it's very messy. Like, if you were with someone for 9 months and you loved them and cared about them, you should not treat them like that. And I don't think that Sophia should get the blame that he ultimately should be getting. I think the thing that she's starting to trigger within a lot of people is like, it's like that Gretchen Wiener's like, it's not my fault I'm so beautiful and popular. Like, it's not my fault that he wanted to date me. She's almost acknowledging that having a breakup sucks. Like, she's like acknowledging it in theory, but then in reality, her actions are pretty careless of how Halley would feel. Like, obviously she just cares about herself and her feelings more, and she's perfectly fine with hanging out with someone and then going on a date with their boyfriend the very next day. But let's go to part 3.
Part 3 of how I got canceled by a girl I met maybe 3 times while I do the rest of my makeup.
Out, because I'm just running up her fucking engagement. You're welcome for that, girl. At least turn on the fucking cream. creator fund and get your back out of this. But I think that's what she wants. Like, I think that she likes that people are commenting that. It's really sick and weird.
Let's read some of the comments that I apparently wanted. Isn't it your job to be likable? You're a walking red mother trucking flag. Looking rough. Let's just forget her existence. If I were your hairstylist, I'd put Nair in your conditioner. Hope you're going to the gym. You're rancid. Log off. Homewrecker. Immediately unfollowed. You're gross. You're not a girl's girl. Very cruel and backstabbing. You're spreading STDs all over New York City. You're hoeing around. Does she not have a dad? Is this why she needs male attention so bad? Those weren't the only comments I got. I got a lot more, and they were much worse. After all of the lies and the craziness, this man and I were still hanging out, and he's still so nice and so fun. In person, we got some attention, and it wasn't good. One night we were at a bar, he went to the bathroom, and this girl tried to fight me and was screaming homewrecker. And it never stopped. I think I went on 4 or 5 dates with this man total. He was so sweet, so wonderful. I think I realized he was maybe not the one for me, and it kind of just dwindled. It was like, whatever. Yeah, but I think he's great. I guess the moral of the story is don't believe everything you hear online. Don't take hate too seriously. Keep your head up. It happens to everyone on all scales. You know, the world loves to pin other women against other women, and it is what it is. Love you. Bye.
I find it so bizarre that Reed, Halley's boyfriend, is treating Sophia, or at the time was treating Sophia, much nicer and with much more respect after a couple of dates over Halley, and just publicly embarrassing her after being with her for 9 months. Now, without getting into all of Halley's videos and that drama too much, I did want to show you this one video because I feel like it's a pretty good representation of how she talks about both Sophia and her then ex, now current boyfriend, Reed. So let's just quickly watch this just for a little bit of context on how she was talking about the situation at the time.
Here's the thing. I have made jokes before about homie hopping. I've dabbled in it myself. I've done it maybe once or twice. But when I have like homie hopped, it has been like I hooked up with a guy one singular time. He wanted nothing to do with me. There was no chemistry, nothing there. And then months later, I maybe hooked up with one of his friends. You are going to homie hop not even 3 weeks later after our 9 months long relationship, where we spent every single day together. You essentially lived at my apartment. You had not spent a single night at your apartment since I moved into this one on August 1st. And you're going to homie hop. That's just what's so bizarre to me. Also, because if roles were reversed and one of his friends had DM'd me, I would be like, oh my god, ew, what is wrong with his friend that he would want to like go on a date with me? Like, if his friend had DM'd me, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of a shit person asking me on a date this soon after a breakup, just like Instagram DMing me. Like, it's very bold and weird. Also, I just want to say, I was never planning on bringing this online, but people started making videos about it, and I tried to handle it offline. I texted the girl multiple times, and she has not responded to me, which, fair, I wouldn't respond either if I were her. But after I talked with him, and he told me that he was literally not sorry and he did nothing wrong and gaslit the shit out of me, and it's already online. I don't give a fuck. I can say whatever I want, and I feel differently.
So yes, I feel like she is pretty critical of Reed. He is the one that she is mostly calling out, but I think the key details that she reveals is that Sophia was the one that messaged him, and he was the idiot that said yes. And I think it is kind of sad to see that he treated her so poorly and literally was gaslighting her, and now she's back with him, and that's why a lot of people don't like Reed and don't understand why she's back with him, because it's like, you've literally said he treated you so badly. Why would you go back to him? Why would you see him again? Please tell us he's grown so much. But I think it also is quite revealing of the malice perhaps behind Sophia, is that she's only messaging him because it's her ex. Like, she wouldn't have a single freaking clue who this guy is because he's not an influencer if it weren't for Halley. So I think that's what's really important, as well as her being the one that messaged him. And to me, that is like the worst part about it, is that she is now back with this guy and Sophia is airing this all out now. I don't know how you can move past that if you are Halley and Reed. I'm not her, so I can't say. I think it's kind of split, because a lot of people are like, well, you guys weren't friends, you don't know her anything, the onus is on Reed. And I think a lot of other people were like, it feels like the timing feels like you're just rubbing it in, you're trying to break them up again, you don't care about her feelings, you didn't care about them then. More understandable that she doesn't care about them now, because Halley like did get her a lot of public hate online and said she was getting engagement out of it. But to me, that is what does lead me to this point of like, on TikTok, it really doesn't matter if people like you or hate you. If you're getting likes, clicks, and engagement, you're getting them. It doesn't matter if people like or dislike you. If you're getting the money, if you're getting the bag. Like, she's literally got 4.9 million views from part 3, 3.5 million views from part 2, and 8.6 million views from part 1. And those are just 3 videos that she would have made a lot of money from. So it almost feels like the incentive structure on TikTok is not to be well liked, it's to be well watched. This is where it's really Sophia's origin story, is this whole thing, because I don't think she was solely in the wrong, but she got so much hate for it that it kind of turned her from being this kind of clickbaity creator to a rage baity and well-hated, well-known for being hated creator. And it really only escalated from there because, like I said, the reaction was very mixed, and so she then, a couple days later, made this video.
Oh my goodness, some of you guys are acting like I drop-kicked someone's puppy. I went on a date with a guy that was single. I guess the paparazzi cared and was commenting on his ex-girlfriend's stuff. Commenting on her post saying that me, Sophia La Corte, was with her ex-boyfriend. His ex-girlfriend texts me and says, "Hi, this is Halley," because she knows I don't have her number because we're not friends. "I'm getting DMs that you were on a date with my ex last night." Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know you owned him. He wasn't wearing a collar. Everyone in the situation was single and there was no overlap with anyone ever. I didn't answer her messages because I don't owe her anything. He's single. Arrest me. She brought it online, so I feel like it's kind of fair for me to say my side of the story online whenever I feel like it. People are wondering why I'm talking about it when they're back together. I just feel like you did all that online, you brought all this online, and now you're back together with him, but you still all want me dead. He went on the date too. Don't quote me, but I think he was there. I feel like if anyone owed her any loyalty, even though we were all single, it would be him, because they're the ones that dated for like 9 months.
That video really just demonstrates her attitude towards the situation. Like, at this point, if you guys are going to be talking about her and shit talking about her, she may as well be making money from the conversation, involved in the conversation, and stirring the pot. The comment sections are so split. Some people really just feel like they weren't friends, so she didn't owe her anything, and like even Sophia said, he was the one that owed her respect. I think she kind of takes it to that next level of like, that also means that I can act however I want, treat other people however I want, treat people how I probably wouldn't want people to treat me. It's not my fault. It's his fault because he was in the relationship with her. Like, I think in general, if you look at these actions, it's like, are these actions ones that you're happy with? And I guess she's saying yes. This is where it's kind of the villain situation is coming in, because she is talking about it now whilst they are together. She is stirring the pot. She is adding her 2 cents. She is kind of keeps bringing up how he treated her and how they went on dates and rubbing it in. Whether or not people like her, she's getting attention, she's getting followers from it. And so she really just continues on this trajectory. She makes a couple of smaller videos and then this one bigger video that just really amps it up to the next level.
Is it me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Maybe I am. Am I the villain? I don't think I'm the villain.
I never thought that I would be one of the girls that sets up her camera and cries on the internet. But I genuinely feel like so many people are just coming on here and bullying me for fun. Like, I saw a video today, and it's just a video of a girl saying that she wanted to beat me up. And it had so many likes. Like, I'm scared. Like, thank God I'm okay. Okay, if you guys actually think that I would come on here and cry, you have the wrong bitch. I have to like get out of character now because you guys make me do too much. Like, congratulations, you make a video saying that you want to assault me. Like, do you want a medal, you freak?
This is where it really starts to change, because it's one thing to be calmly telling your side of the story, whether or not you're slightly twisting the knife, to then totally really blowing it up, really making a whole fake crying skit about it. It went from you're sharing your story to you're just using this for engagement. You're just wanting the attention, and a lot of the comments kind of are more becoming like, oh, so this is your whole personality. You're just going to milk this for as much as you can for as long as you can. And I think that's when she really definitively started rubbing people the wrong way. And I wanted to show you specifically this video from Brianna Chicken Fry, who is also a pretty popular creator online.
This Halley Kate and the redhead girl fucking, it's blowing my mind. Also, we just did an all-night shoot. I haven't slept yet. Can't sleep because if I fall asleep, I won't record my podcast. I had 5 energy drinks. Sorry if I sound and look crazy, but this is keeping me busy so that I can keep myself awake. I am mind blown. If you're confused, I guess Google Halley Kate versus Sophia. I'll try to give you the lowdown. I want to start by saying I don't know either of these people. I know who Halley Kate is because she got punched in the face. She's the girl that got punched in the face in New York. Don't know the redhead. And I have like mutual. I know Halley Kate's friend Carly. So I've seen her before, but again, don't know her, so I'm completely unbiased in this situation. I've never seen a more insane human being, and I'm convinced it's rage bait, and it has to be a bit, or she's the craziest narcissist that I've ever witnessed online in my life. The redhead girl, Halley. acquaintances with the redhead girl, right? Imagine you like go out a few times with this person. They only know of your boyfriend through you or your ex-boyfriend through you. They've seen you publicly be upset on social media about the breakup because you think that he just randomly broke up with you out of nowhere. The only way she knows who this man is because she goes to your tag photos and then she DMs him when you guys randomly break up and you're the acquaintances. She DMs him and says, want to go on a date. First of all, you can never catch me asking a man on a date. No, good for you. Go get her. I'm joking. Just don't do that. But anyways, the weirdest part is that you know that he's recently had a relationship with someone that you have recently hung out with. You only know of him because of this girl. Bro, you live in New York City and you're pretty. Anyone else. And why would you want to go for a man that seemingly just randomly breaks up with his girlfriend out of nowhere? Her, I'm convinced also. She must have just fucking hated Halley Kate when they went out together. She must have been like, this bitch is so annoying. So it seems like she was for anything. She was just waiting for it. She was waiting to get home and DM her ex-boyfriend. That's a petty girl. And the pettiness just keeps showing because she waited for Halley Kate to be getting hate. So like Halley Kate went on a podcast with her boyfriend, and I guess her boyfriend like wasn't very talkative, and everyone was like, your boyfriend hates you, Halley. Like, get the fuck out, Ron. The redhead sees this and goes on TikTok to talk about a date that she went on a year ago. She goes on to talk about how magical the date was, how beautiful the day was. He's over to a beautiful restaurant. Bitch, every restaurant in New York is beautiful, and you asked them on the date. It was so beautiful, it was magical, he was so talkative. She was using like every word to contradict what everyone is saying about him online with Halley. Like, it was just so magical, he was so handsome and talkative, and it was just beautiful. While everyone online is being like, Halley, he doesn't talk, he doesn't want to talk to you, has nothing to say. Be more obvious. Be more obvious in what you're doing. If you're gonna be a psycho crazy bitch, at least be like low-key about it. At least be smart about it. That's why I'm convinced it's rage bait, and she's just fucking insane. But to think you see an opportunity where, okay, this girl that I don't like and I clearly am in love with her boyfriend is getting a little bit of hate, let me try to accentuate the hate or make the hate worse by coming on and telling my story, when telling your story is just airing out how shitty of a person you are. Like, yeah, maybe Halley Kate's response or when she first made the videos were like annoying and you were like annoyed with it, but you were the one that, like, you did the bad, you did the weird, you were the weirder one in the situation. And to be like, we've all been there, like, he didn't pick you and you're upset and you're crying over a boy, like, I didn't do anything. Bro, that was hard to watch, but I couldn't stop watching. I'm like, make more. I'm like, fist fight in New York. I want to see a fight. I want to see them fist fight in Washington Square Park. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really been a Halley fan, but man, how could you not be in this situation? And that's no shade, no tea towards Halley. Sounds like it though. I don't know. She was mean to Grace one time. We've talked about it on podcast before, so I've never really been the fucking pioneer for Halley Kate, but I would stand 10 toes behind her in this. That redhead bitch is weird. Yeah, I probably just said a lot of shit that got me in trouble. I don't care. I haven't slept yet. I am starving. Goodbye.
She just really surmises the reaction that a lot of people had about Sophia. It feels like it's with malice that she's sharing this story. It feels like she takes a lot of joy out of hurting Halley, and that is nasty. I think she really just saw Halley when she was down and took advantage of it, and now is continuing to take advantage of the situation, continuing to take advantage of the attention. And of course she continued this when Brianna made this video and she responded.
So Brianna Chicken Fry had a lot to say about me. She made like 2 TikTok videos and brought me up on 2 different podcasts.
Who the fuck are these people?
No, it's actually the craziest shit on the internet. This redhead girl is delusional, diabolical, like the weirdest person I've ever witnessed.
Thank you. Brianna, you have like 10 times the amount of followers as me and you're dating Luke Bryan. Like, shouldn't you be at a concert or something?
Girl might not even be like as mean as we think she is. She just genuinely will never understand where anyone else is coming from.
No, I do understand actually. You're mad about how and when I said my side of the story. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was running for Congress. For the record, someone's ex took me on a date, and then she got mad, so she brought it online, weaponized her millions of followers, lied about us being friends so everyone would hate me, and then she got back with him. And now I'm the bad guy for saying my side of the story. Sue me. If defending myself after getting publicly shamed makes me the villain, then I'll be the best villain the world's ever seen. I've also never had a problem with Brianna Chicken Fry. I've actually always kind of liked her, mainly because she's friends with Dave Portnoy, but other than that, I really don't have a problem with her.
And she really took the words out of my mouth because it's giving that energy. Fine, I'll be the bad guy. Like, she is like, it's almost like a character, and she is an aspiring actress, so it almost feels like she thinks that she's playing this role of a lifetime of, oh, you want me to be the villain? I can be a villain. I can post. I can be messy. Stirring the pot, stoking the flame, and embodying this sort of TikTok influencer villain as if this is like Gossip Girl or the OC. Everyone's response that is in that scene just seems to be, like, I don't trust her. She is bad vibes. She is bad news. She is using this for clout and trying to get as much attention as possible. So I did just want to show you a couple of videos of people saying that, just to show you that I'm not making that up. So I was actually collecting videos for this, and a creator called Carly Weinstein said, I never get involved in drama, but guys, I promise you, Sophia is diabolical and a compulsive liar. She is loving this attention. That's all.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you owned him. He wasn't wearing a collar.
You know me, I never get involved with TikTok drama unless it's like someone I'm telling about in my real personal life. This shit made me fucking sick. I don't know where to start. I don't know if it's something about her that really reminds me of like girls that bullied me, not only growing up but throughout college, or maybe it's just the fact that I too have embarrassed myself online for a paycheck. I get it, but like this is beyond. Like this is insufferable fucking behavior. Listen, I've had my fair share of relationships where we've hard launched each other and the ex-girlfriends hit them up, and that alone has made me not ever want to go public about a relationship ever again. But this takes it to a whole new level of like, do you have a therapist? We talked about this on your flop of a podcast with fucking Brad Mondo, who I also find insufferable for different reasons, but it makes sense that you're friends, I'll say that. I just don't understand how anyone could watch these videos back of themselves and post them. Like, maybe it's because she thinks this is like a real job. Like, girlie needs to go work a desk job in like a cubicle and have all of her coworkers hate her and be humbled. Because I personally would be sending an address and telling her to meet me there after nightfall. Or better yet, I'd find her.
And to me, that is what is really telling, is the reaction of her peers. Besides Brad Mondo, I have really not seen that many of her peers in the influencer space stand up for her.
Hey you guys, editing me here. I simply had to add in this note because I have seen such an interesting shift on TikTok in public opinion, because like I was saying, I could not find support for Sophia from her peers. I've really noticed in the past day or so since filming that there has been a tide shift, and it's not because Sophia's all of a sudden started being nice or, you know, anything like that, but I think because she's been so confident in her convictions, so confident in her message, that it has almost garnered, I guess, some respect from people, or at least she's been loud enough to the point where people will listen to her side and really see that the onus and the person who owed Halley the respect was Reed, her boyfriend, and it's really not fair for her to be getting the blame for that. And it's interesting how at the time this was really not seen, and I truly believe that that is because Halley was so open and honest and vulnerable about her breakup that she had so much support back then that people were just really on her side without consideration for the fact that Reed was the one that owed Halley the respect, not Sophia. Now, obviously to me, regardless of this, Sophia still would have never gone on this date if it weren't for knowing Halley. So I personally cannot buy the complete coincidentalness and the, you know, just happenstance nature of the situation. However, I do agree that Reed is the one that should have been treating Halley way better, and he embarrassed her and is now back together with her, and that is something that I guess is for Halley and Reed to work through and not us. But I think it's just so interesting to see this public perception shift, and also for people to be embracing this villain character that Sophia has created, because it's not as if Sophia has all of a sudden started being nice to people. She's just a villain with a backstory now, and people kind of understand her. They understand why she is behaving the way she is. It's not that all of a sudden she started being nice and apologetic or, you know, wanting to make amends with Halley, which I'm not saying that she should want to, but it's the fact that she's just provided context to the character that she is now portraying, and people have listened and are more open to it. Anyway, Sophia has also posted another video, so I will play this after this editor's note, and then we can get back to past Briar.
Oh no, I have to defend myself again because everyone likes to pick on the ginger.
Names were never named.
Names were never named? You might as well have posted my social security number.
You are going to homie hop not even 3 weeks later.
Oh my goodness, a crossover episode.
Who fucking cares? People break up. People break up. This is so normal though. Like, people break up and get into new relationships. What is the fucking point of a grace period?
I thought you guys were supposed to be on the same team, but I think I'm siding with McChicken over here.
And I did block her on every social media platform when that happened. Her number was never blocked. She was always welcome to text me and handle it offline.
Oh my gosh, my number was never blocked? I can text you? Thank you, that's so sweet. So you brought it online. You forced my hand to finish it online.
Only thing I have to say, yeah, all the facts are the same. Nothing has changed.
I have to call someone really quick. Hello? Oh, it's for you. I call bullshit.
Standing next to me while going through my Instagram following, searching my ex-boyfriend's name to DM him and ask him on a date.
That's so silly because I don't remember DMing him while I was next to you. So Monday, this man texts me and says, hey, do you have plans Friday night? Thursday, I happened to see you at an event. And then Friday, I went on a date with a man that was single. I actually thought you were a girl's girl.
I'm a girl's girl through and through. I don't like when people use the word girl's girl because I think a lot of
Huh. I kind of feel like if you were a girl's girl, you wouldn't weaponize your millions of followers and lie about another girl over a man to get me hate. Well, if that's what a girl's girl is, I don't really think I want to be one. And lastly, you said, how is it genuine if she's made a video every day for the past week? Please, respectfully, if you think this is anything more than a cash grab on the creator fund, come on. I think that's kind of funny because I kind of remember when you guys first started lying about me online, you had something to say about money.
this one. Yeah, it's not about business, okay? Like, if I'm gonna get one thing out, like, this is a good birthday. Views are up, engagement is up, money is up, like, 100%. That's
The funniest thing about this entire thing is the fact that you guys thought I wouldn't come online and defend my character once you guys brought it online. Is there something about my face that says I'm scared? I didn't think so.
It just seems like she's really trying to solidify that is who she is as a character. And it's like, whether or not that is who she is in real life, it doesn't matter anymore because she is really committing to the bit. She has decided with her full chest that she is going to be this influencer villain and make the most of the fact that TikTok rewards that. TikTok is encouraging her to be a villain, and the reaction she is getting now that she's decided she can cope with the hate or people not liking her, she's making the most of it and she's turning it into who her account is. And look, at the end of the day, that is her choice. She can portray herself as whoever she wants to, but that also is not without consequences. And who knows what those consequences will be, whether it be losing brand deals, whether it be that no one will want her to be an actress in their film because people look at her and see her as this weird influencer TikTok villain. But there are consequences and there will be consequences. And I guess she's just completely content with being disliked, with being the best villain on TikTok that anyone's ever seen, being the most hated girly pop on TikTok. But yeah, I just find the whole situation so crazy because TikTok really rewards this stuff. TikTok is a place where you don't have to be liked to get money, to get paid, to get views. You don't actually have to have a core audience or people that are invested in you as a person. You can get so much engagement and money because of that being hated. And I just find it so interesting, this rise of like TikTok villains that we're continuing to see in a way that we didn't really see on other platforms before. Like, it must be so strange to get online and to be a creator that people don't like and treat it as if it's a character. It's just very interesting to me. But anyway, I would love to know what you guys think in the comments down below, so please let me know. You guys always have such great thoughts and opinions, so let me know down below. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. If you stayed till the end, you are a real one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to keep up with me between my uploads, I'm on TikTok and Instagram, and I will link my vlog channel down below. But don't you worry guys, because I'm not funny there either. Bye.